Today we're going to put Checo in the simulator. He's going to drive the night lap of Singapore with some brain scanning equipment on.
We have a unique setting here, and we're going to see what's going on inside Checo's head.
Singapore is definitely the most demanding race of the season.
It's also a very physical track, and it's one of the longest races of the year. It's pretty intense.
It is super intense. It's very difficult.
What we're going to record today is his brain activity using an EEG device that will sit over the brain. We will be able to see in real time the changes in the brain activity during the Singapore lap.
Looks like I'm going for a swim.
Yeah,
Exactly.
In Singapore, you have to remember where all the bumps are.
The right, where to position the car exactly because of the bumps, where to brake. Make sure that you brake exactly before the bump or after the bump. Basically, your brake references are the bumps instead of the brake markers.
Really interesting brain signatures, especially around making the difficult decisions. So I'm really looking forward to see those things with the bump in the Singapore lap. How you respond to those bumps, which are quite unique.
How much do you think of your brain you're using when you're driving? 50%?
I think higher than that.
Higher than that, yeah. Especially in Singapore, because it's quite busy.
I think Singapore, it's about 90%.
Last year, Checo won Singapore. That rounded out his King of the Streets title.
As he's driving, you have billions of neurons firing.
Every second, Checo's processing hundreds of things in his brain.
Those kind of spindles is what we expect to see more of when you are really in the zone. Their brain is relaxing, so they can be focused.
When they're in that state, then time's slowing down effectively. It's quite a unique Singapore event. Local time is different to the time that we operate for the race. So all the drivers stay on European time. So they're living in a completely different time zone. They're having breakfast when everyone else is having dinner, and they're going to sleep when everybody else is waking up.
This is a really exciting opportunity to look into the brain of a real expert.
It's going to be very interesting. It's a unique thing.
You see here the different frequencies of the brain, from the slowest to the fastest.
Okay.
The fastest is related to the most complex cognitive demand. You see huge peaks whenever he's dealing with, a sharp turn.
A complicated moment, like say combined braking or combined cornering and gear shifting. There was a big spike in the high frequency there.
Low and high beta are related to movement.
Yeah.
So there we obviously see fluctuation related to him moving, stopping to move, moving, stopping to move.
So steering the car and pushing the pedals and braking will be the low and high beta?
Yeah, that's what you see jumping up and down there. So he's really slowing down when he gets to a corner.
For the drivers, it's a physical track. The track's quite bumpy. It's also quite hot, and so it's also a long race, so they need to prepare physically for the heat.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of corners here.
Yeah.
Big cognitive load from that. It's a very low speed circuit, so average speed is quite low here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the corners are unsighted, so he has to drive a lot from memory, so you have to remember what the sequence is.
How does it affect his brain, his responses?
You can see some more spikes in the high frequency.
I was surprised how much cognitive demand this track was requiring from you.
It is, I think, the most demanding place in the calendar, mentally and physically. There's a lot of bumps, a lot of wall. It doesn't come automatically around this track.
We see here your brain activity while doing it, and we see very fast fluctuation. Right? This fast brain activity is related to high cognitive demand. You are really thinking about things. So many decisions you need to make. Do you feel like time is slowing down?
Yeah, definitely. For us, we're talking about tenths, 1/10. Sometimes it's up to 2 positions.
When we have the driver feedback, their perception of time is quite different to our perception of time. They'll say downshift takes really, really long, but actually it's milliseconds when we look in the data.
You have to be really focused, but at the same time, the night itself relaxes you.